What's going on, everyone? It's Justin Arenburg, a part of the Second Looks crew. You see me on the Second Looks show or Second Looks sports show every single Friday. If you haven't checked it out yet, go check that out. And if you don't know me from there, you might know me from Instagram. I run an account named Justin Sports. And I'm not here to record a podcast today. Instead, I'm here to discuss some NHL news as they release the quarter century team. And let me tell you, there's a lot of things wrong with it because, first off, it's not an actual team. They named 16 forwards, 3 defensemen, and 6 goalies. That's just not right. Then there are some people off the list that should have been on the team, and there are some people on the list that should not be on the team. Now, their full list includes Joe Sakic, Jerome McGinley, Teemu Selanne, Joe Thornton, Patrice Bergeron, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Pavel Datsyuk, Patrick Kane, Alex Ovechkin, Steven Stamkos, Leon Draisaitl, Johnny Gaudreau, Nathan MacKinnon, Austin Matthews, and Connor McDavid. The defense, 3 of them: Cale Makar, Zdeno Chara, and Nick Lidstrom, or Nicholas Lidstrom, whichever way you prefer. The goalies, 6 of them. 6 of them on a team. No, that's not happening. But anyway, Martin Brodeur, Marc-Andre Fleury, Hendrik Lundqvist, Roberto Luongo, Carey Price, and Patrick Waugh. That's right, 3 seasons of Patrick Waugh as well. This team is meant to be for the whole quarter century, not just you play 3 seasons. Patrick Waugh is probably the best goalie of all time, or if not, top 3 at the bare minimum. But since he only played 3 seasons in 2000, and those were the last 3 seasons of his career, I really don't think he should have been on this team in the first place. Anyway, after seeing that, my brain decided this just isn't right. This does not do the quarter century team justice. So I decided to make my own team, and let me tell you, it looks a little bit different than theirs. I'm running with 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 3 goalies. We're going to make this an actual roster. We're going to do 4 lines, D pairings as well, and then your 3 goalies, your starting goalie, your backup, and the one that's just going to be on the bench. Kind of like the Four Nations roster this year, except I think they only took 23 or 24, if I'm correct, sorry. But anyway, getting right into it, we're going to jump into the top line. You can see it here on my left. Listen, line 1, this is everyone in their prime as well. You got to remember that part. Line 1, left winger, Alex Ovechkin. Line 1, center is Sidney Crosby. And on the right side is Patrick Kane. All 3 of these guys were locks for this team. There is no debate there. Now, if you want to debate, I don't have these lines right, go right ahead. Then we have Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, the Edmonton Oilers duo, joined with Nathan MacKinnon on the right-hand side. All 6 of these guys are locks. There's no debate. If you think there's a problem with these 6 guys, you should just click off the video right now because there just isn't. Moving on to the third line, we have Joe Thornton, Evgeny Malkin, and Nikita Kucherov. Now, here is my first player that I said deserves to make the team, and that is Nikita Kucherov. Too much. It's too much that he's done over the course of his career not to be on this team. First off, in 803 career games, he has 357 goals, 994 points, closing in on the 1,000-point mark here. He's going to get that probably in the next 2 games at the start of the next season. So, well over a point per game player, 2 cups, 5-time All-Star, and 3 Art Rosses. Come on now. He also he definitely deserves to be in the Hart or get a Hart eventually. If it's not this year because of Hellebuck, he definitely deserves a Hart at some point. He's been robbed a couple of times. Now, that's not it, because I have a lot more than just Nikita Kucherov that wasn't on this team that should have been on this team. Steven Stamkos was on the team, and I agree with that. He was phenomenal. He's been phenomenal ever since he's come into the league. Patrice Bergeron, no issue there. A great 4th line. Now, here's the controversial one. Martin St. Louis. And I personally don't have a problem with this because he had in his career 1,134 career games, 391 goals, 1,033 career points. And he also won a Stanley Cup with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2004. For one of the shortest players ever, he is one of the best players ever. That is just an understatement of what he can do on the ice. And you know what? It has nothing to do with how it's going right now. But you can see the leadership that he had as a young player and what it developed into, and his ability to teach other players, as he was nominated for the Jack Adams this year as the Coach of the Year. He's also in the NHL Hall of Fame, so I don't think that should go unnoticed as well. That's my guys on the actual four lines. Then in my bench, I do have Jerome McGinley and I do have Artemi Panarin. Now, Artemi Panarin, same kind of deal. You're going to look at his numbers or you're going to look at him and you might say, he shouldn't be on this team. Well, he definitely should, because in his career, 752 career games, 302 goals, 870 points. I think that goes unnoticed. I think he really goes unnoticed for how much he's produced over his career after coming over very late in his career as well and starting late. Because if not, he'd probably be well over 1,000 points by now. And, you know, it's not much. He did win the Calder in 2015, 2016. I know that award's not like massive, but it is still a big deal. Four-time All-Star. So, yeah, that rounds out the forward group. I really do think this is the best 14 forwards of the last 25 years. Now moving on to the defense, as you can see here on my left, we have Zdeno Chara and Nick Lidstrom manning the top pair. Okay, that's just undisputed. You can't really dispute that one. Then Cale Makar, because he was already named to the team, and obviously the best defenseman there is today, has been the best defenseman since entering the league back in, I believe, 2019 was the playoff series where he entered against the Calgary Flames in Game 3, I believe. If not, leave a comment. Victor Hedman on his left-hand side. If you want to say Victor Hedman shouldn't be on this team, I don't know if I think that you know puck anymore. Because, listen, the guy's a two-time Cup winner. He's a six-time All-Star. He's got a Norris to his name. In 1,131 games, he has 171 goals and 794 points. He is also a plus 193 over that span. I know a plus-minus isn't the biggest stat, but when you're plus 193 over the course of your 1,000-game career, I do think that number becomes more telling to who you actually are on the ice. Victor Hedman deserves to be on this list in every single way. Now, last pair, Duncan Keith and Erik Karlsson. I don't know how Erik Karlsson was left off this list in the first place, because that's just not right. Anyway, 1,084 career games, 200 goals, 670 assists for 870 points. And listen, he's got 3 Norrises to his name for a reason. The guy in 2016 to 2018 was unstoppable. It was something we hadn't seen before. Now, he's got 5 All-Stars to his name, no cups, no nothing else. So that's the downside, I guess you could say, to Erik Karlsson. But I do think he is one of the top 25 players in the NHL over the last 25 years, and especially one of the best 6 defensemen over the last 25 years. Now, his partner, Duncan Keith, 3-time Cup winner, 2-time Norris, 3-time All-Star, and 1,256 games, 106 goals, 646 points. Duncan Keith did not put up the points that, Cale Makar is going to put up or Quinn Hughes is going to put up. No, he didn't. And that's okay. Because when you have such a good defenseman, and I mean natural defenseman in Duncan Keith, and you can literally see it for year after year after year, there's no question of why he should be on this team. There's just not. So, moving on, my extras. Quinn Hughes, 433 career games, 59 goals, 409 points. Basically a point per game as a defenseman. Now, he does have the least amount of games played here as him and Quinn Hughes, or him and Cale Makar are the two guys that, you could argue they haven't been in the league long enough to actually, be on this team. I think we've seen enough of both of them to say that they undoubtedly are two of the top 8 defensemen in the last 25 years. And that's even without having more than a 7-year career at this point. Like, it just, what they do on the ice day in and day out, you just don't see that anywhere. It's right now in the NHL, we literally have Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, who's just a sniff behind him, and then a massive gap to number 3 in the entire league. Moving on to his pairing defenseman. How can you not have Drew Doughty on this list? Listen, the guy's a 2-time Cup winner, a 4-time All-Star, all-rookie team. Listen, 1,207 games, 160 goals, 686 points. The guy's been a stud his whole career, and in 2012 and 2014, he was even better than just his greatness over his career. That was when he really stepped up on those cup runs and led the team. He was one of the best players on that team. Like, it's unquestionably, he was one of the best players on that team. Yes, he didn't win a Conn Smythe, but I still think if you go look at those numbers and you go look at his stats from those 2 years, his play elevated even more than what it already was. So, yeah, no question for me that he's definitely on this team. Going to the goalies, as you can see now, I only made 3, and I have no additions to this list. But my starting goalie would be Martin Brodeur. Listen, the numbers are just, they're just there. He's one of the best of all time, if not the best of all time. Him and Patrick Waugh, that's who I'm talking about when I say they might be the best of all time. And I don't think, like, it's open to debate, but I don't think they're not in that conversation. Carey Price, arguably the best goalie of the last 15 years or 20 years, whatever you want to, call it. There was just no one better than him in his prime. There's a reason why he won a Hart in 2014, 2015. And then Marc-Andre Fleury. How can you make this list and not have Marc-Andre Fleury? That's my question. Like, he might not be the best goalie on this list, but he damn for sure deserves to be on this list. All-time legend, all-time Pittsburgh legend. Won 3 cups with the team, although at that point, Tristan Jarry and Matt Murray kind of took over, and he was, left for up to bids by Vegas. Then won a Vezina later in his career. It's just, Marc-Andre Fleury, second all-time wins as a goalie. Like, there's just stats out there that you can't look past. And one of them is the all-time wins. Like, for him to be second on that list is remarkable. And that's a reason why I put him over, like, Henrik Lundqvist and Roberto Luongo. Those are the simple reasons. And the cups that he has behind his name. It's remarkable to think about how many great players there have been in the NHL, though, in the last 25 years. Going through this, it is really hard. Like, there are so many guys that you could say they deserve to be on this team. That was my team. Let me know in the comments what your team would look like and how it would look different than mine. And let me know where I messed up. And if you want to see more content like this, click a like on that thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you know what? Leave a comment. Just leave a comment and tell me what you want to see next. That's what I really want to know, what you guys want to see. Because everything's for you guys, so let me know what you guys want to see next. Take care. See you later. And sayonara. Peace.